John Paul II. Karl Wojtyla was born in Wadowice, near Krakow, Poland, on May 18, 1920. His father, a non-commissioned officer in the Polish army, and all the other members of his immediate family died before his ordination. His university studies were interrupted by the German and Russian invasion of Poland in September 1939. Under the Nazi occupation, he worked in a stone quarry and later in a chemical plant. When the Russians seized all of Poland, he continued as a laborer while finishing his studies in an underground seminary in Krakow. He was ordained on November 1st, 1956, and sent to Rome for further studies. There, he began to show the flair for languages that was so evident later. He learned flawless Italian, and also the French he used while working among the Polish workers in France and Belgium. On his return to Poland, he was assigned to parish work, and then, in addition, to the university apostolate. Pius XII made him an auxiliary bishop of Krakow in July 1958. Paul VI made him Archbishop of Krakow in 1964, and Cardinal in June 1967. He was the second highest prelate in the Church in Poland. Above him was Cardinal Wyszynski, Primate of Poland, and the Archbishop of Warsaw, who was a prisoner from 1950 to 1953. These two worked in perfect harmony in spite of the efforts of the communists to drive a wedge between them. The difficult situation in which the Church finds herself in Poland is well known. Although about 90% of the people are practicing and even militant Catholics, the government is entirely in the hands of the local Communist Party, backed up by the presence of Soviet troops. The government cannot get rid of the Church, and the Church knows that any attempt to get rid of the government risks open intervention on a massive scale by the Soviets. While their basic principles are wholly incompatible, both sides are Polish and wish to avoid a greater Russian presence. In these circumstances, Cardinal Wojtyla showed himself a courageous and adroit leader. His election to the papacy astounded the world. He is not only the first non-Italian since 1523, but the first Pole or Slav ever chosen. He is also the first pope to have spent his entire priestly life under communist rule. He is a multilingual and many-faceted man whose numerous visits from Poland to Rome and to the Polish communities all over the world have given him an exceptional personal knowledge of the condition of the Church in many areas. Perhaps his outstanding gift is his capacity to communicate with ordinary people, which was shown so dramatically in his triumphal visit to Mexico and Poland in 1979, as well as his trips to Ireland and the United States. John Paul II, 262nd Pope. Christ our King, thy kingdom come,